I'm in Leroy Jackson Park this morning, across the street from the county buildings, fire department and such. This Sunday we began looking at Romans chapter 11. We're going to look at it in its entirety. But let me share a story with you. You know, for the last 2 centuries, a story has been told that is a fitting introduction to Paul's topic in Romans 11. The story is actually taken from James Boyce's book on Romans. Frederick the Great, the king of Prussia from 1740 to 1786. Now, you geography and history buffs will know Prussia occupied the territory of modern-day northern Germany and Poland. Anyway, he asked for proof that the Bible is true in a discussion with his court chaplain. Frederick, under the influence of the atheistic French philosopher Voltaire, had become skeptical of Christianity and the reliability of the Bible. His words to the chaplain supposedly were, if your Bible is really true, it ought to be capable of very easy proof. So often when I have asked for proof of the inspiration of the Bible, I have been given some large tome or a story, a book, that I have neither the time nor desire to read. If your Bible is really from God, you should be able to demonstrate the fact simply. Give me proof for the inspiration of the Bible in a word. One word proof of the reliability of the Bible. What would you have said if faced with the same challenge? Maybe you'd have said love? How about sin? Grace? Guilt? Conscience? Surely the best one-word defense of the Bible's reliability would be a theological word. Something that probed the depth of the intellect and touched the center of the soul. While perhaps equipped to offer a profound term for the king's consideration, the chaplain resorted to what was plain and obvious. Something that all the world could see. Your Majesty, it is possible for me to answer your request literally, the chaplain replied. I can give you the proof you asked for in one word. Amazed, the king asked, well, what is the magic word that carries such weight of proof? Israel, the chaplain said. Frederick the Great of Prussia responded only with silence. See, Israel is considered to be nothing less than a miracle as far as nations are concerned. The very detailed records that we have of this nation are beyond that of any other. We know when the nation was founded, why, and by whom. We have a detailed written record of her ancient and modern history and focused accounts of things experienced by her people during her distributed history between the ancient and the modern eras. Her homeland is the same as it has been for thousands of years. Her language is still mostly intact. And her religion, while only a minority practice it faithfully today, is unchanged in its tenets as laid out in the original source documents. Those facts would be remarkable by themselves. And in fact, suggest that the nation has had smooth sailing, which has allowed its continuity and provided longevity over the centuries. Nothing, of course, could be further from the truth. And therein lies the miracle. Israel has not survived as a nation because of her fortunes. She has survived in spite of her fortunes. When Israel recovers from her fall and enters into her fullness, the world will experience the riches of God's grace as never before. We'll be talking about that fullness in church on Sunday. When Jesus Christ returns and sits on David's throne to reign over his kingdom, then Israel will be reconciled and received, and it will be like a resurrection. See you Sunday, 11 o'clock. God bless.